Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There are some things your soul remembers that your mind was never meant to translate, and that's not a flaw. That's protection, because when something is sacred, it doesn't announce itself. It hides, it prepares, it waits for the right moment to reveal its power. And right now, you are that sacred thing. You've been asking, haven't you? Why do I wake up feeling like I've lived a whole lifetime while I slept? Why do I carry a weight in my chest, like I just returned from somewhere I don't recall? Why does my body rest, but my spirit feel like it never stopped moving? Let me tell you something that most people are not ready to hear. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you've been walking in realms your conscious mind cannot yet name. You've been receiving instructions you don't remember because they weren't given to your memory. They were given to your calling. This isn't just about dreams. This is about what's been encoded into you while you weren't looking. Because the chosen don't get trained the way the rest do. You don't just get taught in daylight. You're shaped in the shadows, in the silence, in the places where nothing makes sense. But everything is changing. And that strange pressure you've been feeling lately, the one that keeps building even when life looks normal, that's not anxiety. That's your future knocking. That's your spirit cracking open under the weight of everything it's been entrusted with. You've been asking to remember your dreams. But what if I told you some things are too divine to be remembered too soon? Because the moment you remember, you're responsible, and God would rather protect your destiny than rush your ego into action. You see, the blueprint is already inside you, not on a scroll. Not in a dream journal, in your bones, in your instincts, in the way you suddenly just know something without being told. Because memory fades, but encoding doesn't. Your soul has been recording every revelation it's ever received. That moment you jolted awake at 3:33. That name you heard whispered in your sleep, then forgot by morning. That sense that someone was standing over you, not to scare you but to confirm you. You weren't imagining it. You were being visited, trained, aligned, because you're not here to entertain dreams. You're here to embody prophecy, and the enemy knows that. That's why the warfare has escalated. That's why sleep has felt more like a battlefield than a retreat. That's why, even on nights you rest 8 hours, you wake up feeling like you've survived a war. Because you have. While the world sleeps for recovery, you sleep for preparation. Every forgotten dream wasn't a loss. It was a seed, buried, watered in mystery, growing in silence until the moment your spirit is strong enough to hold what your memory couldn't carry. But I need you to understand something deeply. Your forgetting isn't failure, it's encryption. The most sacred revelations come sealed, because if they leak too soon, they'd be tampered with by fear, by doubt, by external voices who were never meant to see what you've been shown. So instead, you were hidden, your dreams veiled, your visions delayed. Not because you're weak, but because you're that important. And the pressure you've been under lately, it's not random. It's the sound of your spirit aligning with a memory that hasn't surfaced yet, but will. Not in pieces, not in flashes, but in full blazing clarity when the time comes. You don't need to chase the dreams you forgot. They never left you. They've been walking beside you this whole time, quietly shaping your decisions. You've said things lately you didn't realize were answers to prayers you once prayed. You've stepped into rooms and felt déjà vu, not because you've been there before physically, but because your spirit rehearsed it in the dream realm long ago. And now your life is catching up. You are not being left behind. You are being synchronized. And soon, everything you've sensed, everything you've carried without understanding, everything you've held in silence will begin to move, not just inside you, but through you. Your voice will change, not in sound, but in weight. Because when someone begins to speak from a place beyond memory, people feel it. There's a different kind of presence that enters the room when a soul starts remembering what it was assigned to carry. That presence is rising in you. And here's what will happen next. The veil will not lift all at once. It never does. It will come in fragments, in moments, in the middle of mundane things. doing the dishes, walking down the street, watching the sky. Suddenly, you'll pause and know, not recall, not imagine, know, and it will terrify your old self, because the you that wanted proof, the you that needed validation, the you that was waiting to be chosen by others, can't survive what's coming. That version of you was never meant to carry this revelation. But the you that's emerging now, the one who doesn't need the whole map before taking the first step, the one who listens to instinct like it's scripture, that's the version God has been building in silence. You are not just the dreamer anymore. You are the dream unfolding. And the world doesn't need another person chasing clarity. It needs someone bold enough to become it. So when the next moment of recognition hits you, when you feel the memory press against your chest like it's trying to break through, don't run, don't doubt yourself, receive it. Because when it comes, it will be loud, it will interrupt you, it might even wreck your routine, but it will also activate something ancient inside you, something that says, you've been here before, you were prepared for this, you're not remembering by accident, you're remembering on cue. And that's when it will all begin to make sense. Why you were protected, why you were hidden, why certain doors never opened, because they weren't your doors. They were distractions dressed as destiny. But now, your real assignment is stepping forward, and it's not something you chase, it's something you carry, it's already yours. This is why your presence has been disrupting rooms lately, why people look at you and feel something they can't explain. It's not charisma, it's not coincidence, it's the vibration of someone walking with divine intel. Even if they don't know what you know, they know that you know something. You can't fake that, because there's a difference between someone who talks about dreams and someone who's been living them unconsciously for years, receiving codes, holding blueprints, remembering truths too sacred to be spoken. Yet, that's you now, and from this point forward, everything changes. You won't be trying to recall what you lost. You'll be aligning with what's surfacing, and it won't come with thunder. It will come with precision. You'll speak less, but say more. You'll walk into situations that used to confuse you and feel clear. Not because the chaos disappeared, but because you finally remember who you are inside it. This is not the season of searching. This is the season of remembering. And not everyone will understand it. Some will say you've changed. Some will be threatened by the ease with which you begin to move. But don't explain yourself. You were never supposed to convince them. You were supposed to become. You see, you weren't just trained to handle dreams. You were trained to carry messages. Some of those messages will never be written down. They'll be spoken through your presence, through your courage, through your peace. In situations where peace should not exist. And the enemy? He's already seen it. That's why the resistance has been relentless. Because the moment you become aware of what you carry, it's game over for everything trying to silence it. So here's your confirmation. You haven't been forgetting. You've been entrusted. And now you're ready to hold it with open eyes. From this day on, walk like someone who has returned from a hidden realm, not with arrogance, but with authority. Because the most powerful messengers don't yell, they radiate. And the most dangerous ones to the enemy are the ones who stopped needing to remember, because they became the message itself. Chosen one, you are the message now. It's not about the dream anymore. It's about what you're about to do with what was sealed in your soul long before this life ever began. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You're right on time. And now, the seal is cracking. The flame is rising. The echo is turning into a voice. And that voice is yours. So type it now. Say it with every part of your being. I'm not forgotten. I'm being activated. Because this time, it's not a dream. It's a return, and you are ready. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.